Welcome to episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Stalker. Why? Because I love the game. It's so much fun, and I want to share some of that fun with you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have some fun. Everyone knows, everyone and their mama knows, trust me, they all know, that Stalker is the game of the year. At least it is for me. You may disagree, write angry comments down there, that's okay. I'm not going to read them. Unless they're informative, unless they're giving me tips. And those of you that haven't given me tips, like the fast travel, lifesaver. But and also the other people giving me names of the mutants out there, I still have to memorize them because this is my first time actually getting into the game. I didn't play the previous ones, even though I should have, because they were on the freaking Game Pass for about a few months. I dropped the ball. I might go back, who knows? I'm not sure. Maybe. I probably won't. But either way, I appreciate everybody out there who has been loving this game, giving me their little tips and tricks and little things that they find as well. Now in this video, I'm just going to show you different parts of the game that I've been having fun with. One thing that I really like about this game is the weapons and how they feel and how they sound and how they handle, and the shooting and everything, Like you can be... there's so many different type of weapons and then mods and stuff you can put on it. But even the handguns, PTM, and like I'm not a gun expert or anything like that, so I might get them wrong. Please forgive me. But some of the handguns, I just love how it feels raw when you're shooting out there, and even when you're in a panic and you're just I love that, but of course, the way that you should be doing it is squeeze the trigger, take your aim, just get a few pops, and that's the way you should be taking out these bad instead of going, all haywire and just unloading the clip. But sometimes it's just so much fun to unload the clip and just see them getting shot everywhere, and then, you see your aftermath on the floor. And all the weapons, the shotgun, for example, in this little spot right here, turns out this guy was giving wastelanders or stalkers, people out there in the zone, advice on how to survive, and pretty much he was ripping people off. Now I didn't get that sense at first that he was ripping people off. I just didn't like his attitude and how he was pretty much bribing me to leave them alone by giving me a stash location. So I figured there's something more up to this little place. Anyways, I ended up scoping out the scene, looking at there's about 5 different people. And for those of you that play Stalker know that it's difficult to kill a lot of people all at once, especially because, they'll just start spraying at you, and, it's hard at times, you die a lot. But I really wanted to see what was going on with these people.
Get him, boys!
And I ended up taking him out, strategically. And it turns out that, yeah, he was running a big old scam operation. And he was pretty much just, luring people there, scamming them with his tips and tricks. And they were just laughing about it. So I didn't feel bad about ending them the way that I did. And I actually don't feel bad doing it to other people as well. And I like that you can do that. However, there is one part where I think I bit the bullet or jumped the gun, they say. I went into a bandit's house and I ended up ending them. And it turns out that I needed to do that for a side mission, but I can't get into that house anymore because they are deceased. So that kind of sucks. But I like the freedom of being able to do that and, damn be the consequences. But I just love living in the world, exploring each building. And the thing about that is you never know what's going to be in each building. Like here in this scene in particular, I was trying to exit some big old factory. I was like in catacombs, I was in caves, whatever. It's just like sometimes I just get lost in these buildings. And as I was, escaping, leaving, I came into this corridor, and then I can see the shadows of these. I'm not sure if they're stalkers. Like I said, I gotta remember the mutants' names. But there's mutants in there, like about 3 or 4 of them, just breathing, sleeping in there. And I'm like, holy moly! Like one is enough to deal with. Then I saw 4, and it turns out one of them was actually awake and started coming towards me. I was hoping he wasn't gonna see me. I tried to stay still. Turns out I had to run because obviously I'm not going to take out 4. And in the end, he ended up catching me, but luckily I had enough health packs that I was able to kind of cheese it and give myself health packs while I kept on shooting things. I ended up surviving. But like I said, you never know what's going on in each building. Even like, you know, buildings that are just like one room buildings, you think like, yeah, I might find some bullets in there or something, I'm gonna go check. Like in this particular scene, I go in and oops, a bunch of freaking dogs in that building. And it's like, and if anybody who has been playing this game knows, these dogs run in packs, man. Like in this scene right here, I'm just right here hiding behind a different door, waiting for these animals, dogs to come in one by one. I'm just shooting them and shooting them and shooting them, because if you try to go out there in the, you know, in the wild, they'll come at you from different directions. So you know, there's different, like, the strategies to survive in the zone. I mean, they're kind of, you know, I love that. I love finding different ways in order to survive in the zone. And the zone is unforgiving, man. Besides just anomalies and stuff like that, sometimes there's always, like, you know, thunder and, you know, the environments. And, you know, it's crazy out there. You know, it's scary at times. But you never know when you're going to get that red sky. And the red sky pretty much is poisonous sky. If you're caught out there in the wild, you'll die within seconds. So whenever you see like redness in the sky, you're not sure if it's gonna be turning or if it's just the wild wet weather effects and stuff. So you always gotta keep, you know, your head on a swivel and know where a nearest shelter is. And like for here, an example, I had to choose. You know, should I try to keep on going where I'm going or backtrack and try to run into a building? I ended up backtracking. I barely made it by the skin of my teeth. You know, but I mean, there's just stuff like that I just love about the game. One in particular place that I found, just going through different towns or meetings, there's just so much to explore, was a guy who does fresh bread. He was a bread maker, and you know, it was just funny, you know, like a bread maker, just NPC out there. And the thing is, there was actually a line to get that fresh bread. He was providing fresh bread for that little community, and I tried to cut in front of the line just, you know, because it's a video game, I'm gonna, you know, cheese it. But no, I couldn't do it. I had not only that, but the NPC who I was supposed to be behind of, I was behind him. As I tried to cut to the line, he's like, "Hey, where are you going? Do you want me to save you your spot?" You know, so it's just like interactions like that are pretty cool. But in the end, I had to wait behind 3 people to get to the front of the line, just to get my piece of bread. And I almost was denied the service because I wasn't part of the community. But because I was there for a special mission, he gave in and, you know, gave me a piece of bread.
What do you want, Stalker?
You say you got the finest bread in the zone.
Yeah, but you're shit out of luck. McClure gets it for freedom folks only. On the other hand, fine, you can have some. Be sure to let everyone know how generous McClure can be.
It's just a normal piece of bread, but just the whole idea of being able to live in that place where it's harsh, but you have one little shine, like brightness, you know, a place of brightness, you know, sunlight, giving you something simple as fresh bread. It just goes a long way in video games like this to bring you into the lore, you know what I mean, to get you just immersed into the world. And I thought that was pretty neat. But I mean, there's just a lot of cool moments like this. You know, one in this scene here, I was being shot at from somewhere. I didn't know where, you know, so I kind of panicked a little, and I was trying to take health packs, but I was drinking vodka instead, which gets rid of radiation. So I was drunk, man. You can see that I was all wobbly, and my field of vision was all like going blurry and stuff. But I can see like muscle flash and outlines of people, and I had my scope, and man, I took them out while I was drunk. And not only that, like in the end, there's only even one way in the distance. It just shot him, and you can see him go down with his flashlight go up. I mean, those moments make you feel badass in this game. And there's just so much of that in this game that I just, like, you never know each new experience, each new game, like, each time I play, it's always almost like something new or something cool, something that makes me feel good, and it's fun playing this game. And I also like coming across just random things. Like I said, last time I showed a Chucky doll. I showed just a regular doll, and then here it looks like a Jollibee type of statue. That's what it looked like at first. I mean, nothing. I shot it, it broke. But I mean, little things like this that are out of place, I love just finding inside the game, and I like that this game has stuff like that in it. And the game really does have interesting NPCs out there. I mean, just like there's different ones that I'm more close to. They're more fleshed out than others. Especially ones that give you missions and stuff, and side missions. I really like. There was in this little scene here in particular, there was two drunk guys that just wanted to party and sit down, smoke cigarettes, and drink vodka. And they had another third friend that would always get sober. And whenever he got sober, he'd be out there trying to adventure and better his life. And I was tasked to leaving. That one friend that was adventuring and wanted anti-radiation stuff, so that he can be out there exploring more. But I was tasked by his drunk friends to leave vodka bottles in his stash. It's good for radiation, but the reason why was because he wanted him to fall off the wagon so he can go back and hang out with his friends doing nothing but smoking cigarettes and drinking vodka. Now, I had the choice to give him anti-radiation pills or the vodka. And of course, I ended up choosing the vodka because I found those two guys funny and I wanted his friend to go back with them. And in the end, I go back and get my reward, and yep, there he is, just wasting his life drinking vodka with his friends. But that's a game, man. You have different choices, different moral choices. You can pretty much do what you want to do in the game, and destroy people's lives if you want. But I'm really having a blast with this game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos because I enjoy making them. I'm gonna keep on making them because I'm having fun with them. I don't care if only one person watches. I don't care if you guys keep on complaining that this is not Game of the Year. It is for me because, like I said, this is the most fun that I've been having with the game all this year. Simple things like this, just fleshed out world, fun gameplay, fun gunfights. It's scary at times. You just never know what you're gonna get into, especially when you go into each building out there. So many secrets and so many stashes. And they just released the patch notes, the new patches for everything, so the game is a lot more balanced, and it looks like the people behind STALKER are going to continue to deliver when it comes to updates and just general quality fixes of this game, and that's something that I'm looking forward to as well. Anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. Like always, I thank you for your time. I know it's precious. Remember to enjoy yourself, remember to enjoy your life, and be kind to yourself. Leave it right there. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.